Hi, everybody. This is Christine Joseph. This is a training call for Team Awesome. It is March 2019, and we have so many new consultants. I'm so excited, and we have 7 girls in district promoted to district manager in the last 2 months. So
Wow.
we're in huge momentum, so exciting, and I wanted to just get on here and teach you all about our building blocks, which are the lifeblood of your business and how you can achieve them easily and how to duplicate that in your organization, because every promotion, everything is based on these 2,500 building blocks. And you really don't know it until you actually see it. So I want to just kind of go over it and explain how and why it's so important. So basically, we talk about, you might have heard about it, maybe you haven't. If you're new, if you're brand new, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But we try to focus on personally doing $2,500 worth of QV, which is qualifying volume, every single month. And when you look at the numbers, this is just a numbers game. It's not a huge secret. It's a numbers game. And when we do our 2,500 building block, and I'll explain the activity to get to the 2,500, but then we duplicate that and we do that every single month, your organization will grow exponentially. So we try to be very consistent, and we try to teach and train people to do the same thing. So if you were to do your 2,500 building blocks, and 2,500, what does that mean? How do you get to 2,500? It's our volume. It's our personal orders that we put in for ourselves. It's any new PC that we sell products to. It's any existing client that reorders products. And it's any new independent consultant that joins your team. All that volume is accumulated monthly, and we try to make a goal every month of 2,500. So when you look like later, when you need 10,000 as an area manager, you don't think you have to sell $10,000 worth of stuff. It's about building a team that can sustain 10,000 by you doing 2,500 and teaching your team to do 2,500 each, which will get you to those numbers. 2,500 a month is an average about 8 kits. We say kits, but that's just to talk about it easily. When we break down numbers, there's 317 QV for every healthy living kit that you sell. But it's any volume. You can sell $150 worth of stuff. You can buy some stuff yourself. Somebody buys a skincare line. So when I say kits, I'm just trying to make it easier to wrap our brain around the concept of like how much 2,500 is. So it could be accumulation of anything, but to make it simple to break down the numbers, I'm going to talk about kits. Does that make sense? Yes. So 8 kits a month. That's 2 a week, which is not that much. One of those kits is usually your own, or at least your products, because we become a product of our product. And if you're not on our products, you probably shouldn't be selling them, because it's really hard to sell products that you don't love and want. I think my pizza guy's here. Drayton, can you get that, please? Sorry about that. Okay, so I spend probably over $500 a month on my products, but I literally use every single thing. If it's in Arbonne and I like it and I would use it, I will never use a different line ever about anything unless I don't like it. If I don't like it, I'm not going to use it. And I'd be completely honest, like the deodorant, I'm like, I'm going to go clean on deodorant. Okay, not a fan of deodorant for me. I'm like, I smell like stinky mints. So when I tell somebody, oh my God, you have to get the deodorant. No, I wouldn't, because it's not my favorite. But if I like it, I will use it, and I will never buy it from another company. Why would I be supporting a different brand instead of my own? And I want to be able to tell people, like, I head to toe am Arbonne. Whether I'm showering, I'm putting my makeup on, lotions, my children's shampoos, conditioners, lotions, nutrition. If they have it, I use it. So that 2,500 also includes what I buy for myself, and then what I'm selling, and then new consultants. The 2,500 doesn't count for if you've signed up a consultant and now it's not their start month, and they're going to try to get their 2,500 now. You can't use that volume in your thought of your 2,500. That's new. And new every month. So that's how we grow. If we go, well, let's say Catherine does 2,500 and Lexi only does 100, you're still getting that 2,600 of volume, and that's great, and it keeps you at district manager, but you're not growing your business. But if you do 2,500 and she does 2,500, that's 5,000. So now you're at district bonus. So does that make sense? So the 2,500 in your mind needs to be your products and new that month, and it equals to around 8 kits a month. Okay, so we're going to look at the numbers on how do we get 2,500. We sell the kits. We meet with people one-on-one. We're giving away samples, and then we follow up with the samples. We're hosting events, whether they're live, they're Zoom calls, they're in-home presentations. You're doing coffee dates. You're inviting people to take a look at the business. These are all income producing activities that are going to help you get to your 2,500 every month. So basically you're going to be consistent. You're going to try to hit your goal of 2,500, and then you're going to duplicate and teach your independent consultants to do the same. So once you get to district manager, 2,500 is the minimum to stay at that level. So every month you're going to want to do your maintenance of 2,500. And then as you're adding new consultants to your team is now how you get to DM bonus. It's 5,000. So if you're doing your 2,500 and you teach your one consultant to do 2,500, there's DM bonus. Well, now you need to get to area. You want 10,000 to get to area. Well, if you do your 2,500 and you teach 3 other people to get their 2,500, then you're at your 10,000. So this is just how we break it down easily, but you personally can do 5,000. We're not saying just stop at 2,500. You can do 10,000 on your own. That's, but it's not supposed to be set up that way. It's not supposed to be that you have to do all these numbers yourself. It's how we duplicate and grow. So that is the glory of leveraging your time. Any questions on that? Does that make sense? Yes? Okay.
Kat, are you good? Did that make sense? She said, yeah, she's on mute.
Okay.
Sorry. Oh, why don't you bring up the that account? What's it called again? Performance account. Let them know about that and keeping your position and stuff.
Yeah. So once you promote to district manager, you are going to maintain that level. You need 2,500 in your success line. That's you and anything you personally do or anything your consultants do. That's just maintenance. That will keep you at district manager. For your first 2 months after you promote, they don't keep track of that. All they do is, and anything that you sold in your first 2 months after you promote, they put it in a little bank for you. It's called a performance account. And then on month 3 of being a district manager, if you don't hit your 2,500, it's okay. They're just going, let's say you got to 2,000 and you're 500 short, they're going to go back to your performance account and borrow from it to keep you at your position. Any month that you go over 2,500, the addition goes back into that account. So you can build this little performance account that helps you stay where you're at. But the best part of it, they just changed it this year, is, okay, once you're district and you're going to be going for area, very seldom are you going to go under 2,500. You're not going to need that performance account. But if you did, it's there for you. They're not in the business of people losing their positions. But let's say every month you're doing more than 2,500, it's going this account every single month, and then you promote to area manager. They used to wipe out your performance account to 0, and then you start again. You have your 2 months building, and then anything over 10,000 will go in your bank. Well, now they're letting you roll it over.
Oh, that's awesome.
It is so awesome. So most of the time, we don't need our performance account as a district because we're in a building mode and want to, move on. But if you need it, it's there for you. But the best part is when you're moving to area manager, we can take the performance account with you. So same thing, you become an area manager, you have 2 months of building. So whatever volume you do, whether it's more than 10 or less than 10, it doesn't matter. It goes into your performance account. And then by the 3rd month, if you don't hit your 10,000, like you need to stay at area manager, then they pull from your performance account. Got it? And that's something you really don't need to worry about at the beginning, but it's good to know that they have this nice little safety net underneath them. So what else did I say? So we try to say to ask 3 people per day to look at our business or try us some samples or reach out to people 3 a day. And they say the 3 really only count if somebody texts back, replies back, or you met with them, or you gave them a sample. But if you say, oh, I'm going to send out a text to 10 people. Well, if nobody replies, that counts as 0. 3 needs to be 3 people that actually interacted with you about, a yes or no thanks, or would love to try, or let's meet for coffee. That counts as 3. So building blocks. If you really think about, okay, what does it take to be an RVP? That's 2,500. That's 16 people doing 2,500. That's not a whole lot, guys. That's there's only 4 people doing their 2,500 get you to area manager. It's only 2 people doing 2,500 really get you to district manager. So it's just growing and expanding your team and having consultants join your team, because our biggest asset and our biggest gift is the business. Yes, the products are amazing, but always lead with the business and fall back on the products. Because people are like, yeah, I just don't want to do a business like that. Da, da. No problem, but we have these amazing products you should try. Da, da, da. And then usually, Deanna and myself and Lexi and all of us on here, we're not thinking about the business when we started that 30 days. And then we're like, oh my God, this is amazing. Maybe we should do it as a business. Mm-hmm. So even my absolute no's are not no's until they do that 30 days. And then they tell me no. And that's, doesn't usually happen unless they don't have a good 30-day program. I just texted somebody today who she finished Monday. She lost 15 pounds, feels so amazing. She owns her own clothing store. I thought she's not going to want to do this, but I have to ask, right? So I'm like, you did such a great job. Is there, any chance you want to take a look at this? You would be amazing. I'd love to share it with you. And she goes, well, I'm not against it. I did love the products, and I can make some more money. I'd love to meet with you. So I'm meeting with her next week. She's heading out of town. And it's just the ask. And I probably should have asked her first, but I didn't. Some people I get scared and just be like, I'm just going to share the products with them. But because she had such a good result, I'm like, have you ever thought you want to join my team? And then she's like, well, yeah, let me hear more. So I don't always lead with the business, but I try. But sometimes you'll know your people. Maybe it's just not oh, maybe not. Try the products first and then go back to the business. So let me just look at my notes. So it's all about a lot of people doing a little equals a lot. So, or many people doing a little makes a lot. So if it's not about 2-3 people selling a bunch of stuff, it's about you finding some people who find people who find people. You have clients that are using your products. You got to stay close to your clients, because reorders, they sometimes forget. you're not in front of them, they're at the store, I'll just buy this protein instead. So you want to keep close to your PCs. I would say at least once a month I text them if they have a expiring gift. That's a really great way to reach out. Like, hey, just want to let you know you have I did some graphics on that. It's easy little text like, don't miss out on your free gift, blah, blah, blah. Or if we have a promotion, I'll be like, oh my gosh, the RA9 is on this amazing promotion. I don't want you to miss out. Check this out. And I'll send that. Or after they buy products, 30 days, I'm pretty much in contact with people a few times a week. But let's say they just bought the RA9. I used to just sell them the RA9 and be on my merry way. Well, now I know, like, how's your skin doing? How are you liking it? And then, hey, it's been about 3 months. Are you needing to reorder? So you got to kind of keep a good relationship with your PCs, because that 2,500, some people can get to their 2,500 just from their reorders without ever reordering anything new. And that's eventually the goal. You want so many PCs that are reordering, and then you have all these consultants that are doing their 2,500 that it kind of runs itself. And that's years down the line, but it happens. Like, I think Sandra gets like $8,000 a month of reorders. I mean, that's crazy good. How we get paid. There's a little quick video I'm just going to pop up for you guys because I feel like she makes it easier to understand than me just talking. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to move us over here because it's right in the middle. See if I can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Arbonne.
Okay.
So, like I said, this is not intended to explain the whole comp plan. It's to give someone an idea when looking into the business. And what we would do is follow up with emailing the full success plan document so that you can see it in detail. So there are 3 different ways that you can be a part of Arbonne and shop for these products or have a business. So the 3 different ways. You may be a client. So to be a client with Arbonne, it's free to shop online through the independent consultant that has shared this with you. You pay full retail, however, so you can shop as much as you want for as little as you want, and it's free, and there's no cost, but you're paying the full retail amount that's in our catalogs or online. A better way to shop is to be a preferred client. So preferred clients, it's only $20.
So this is an older video, so now we know it's $29 and $49. So it went up a little for the preferred client, but it went down for the consultant. If I had time, I was
to have
gonna
a
create
preferred
my
client
own,
membership,
but I didn't.
and then $20 to renew it later in 1 year. There's no minimums to shop. However, you get 20% off all of the products in the catalog, up to 40% off our best sellers. And then there's also ways that you can get a free product with a qualifying first order. And you can also earn preferred rewards that are like cash towards the next order. And you can also earn free shipping. So there's definite benefits to shopping as a preferred client. The other way, and I think is the best way, is to be a consultant. So to be a consultant with our...
We know that already.
So those are the 3 different ways to join and be a part of Arbonne. So this part that says small print, this is an effort-based business. So as an independent consultant, you are not an employee. You are an independent business owner. So what you put into this business, you will get out of it. And you definitely have the support of myself, our upline, our entire team to show you our system for success and how to create whatever you want to get out of Arbonne. First is sales commission. So remember, we just went over the 3 different ways to be a part of Arbonne. So as a client, it's free to shop. You pay full retail. And as a consultant, your sales commission is 35%. So that may seem higher than the 15% we get from preferred clients, but remember, clients pay full retail and they're probably only ordering a couple of products, and they may never or not very often reorder. But our sales commission, however, is 35% when they shop. Preferred clients, they pay $20 and get 20% off of their products. We as consultants get 15% commission from our preferred clients. And this counts at any level that you promote throughout Arbonne. These are the commissions that stay standard. When a consultant in your team shops and they've paid the $79 and get 35% off, as another consultant, we do not make sales commissions off of our consultants. And I love this because it's not about just making money off of other people. But I'm going to show you the overrides that we get, and those are because we are teaching and training people how to be successful. So does this make sense? We've got clients shopping, we get 35% commission, 15% commission from our preferred clients, 0% commission off of consultants. Okay. So now I'm going to break down the override commissions. So these are a percentage that we get of our overall volume in Arbonne, and this is our second chunk of our income stream here. So as we just went over these sales commissions, there are overrides. So as a district manager, you are making an 8% override from your overall volume on your team.
Okay, so I'm going to just stop really quick because prior there was never an override for consultants, and now there is. So prior to being a district manager, if you are a consultant and you have at least 500 in your personal, okay, you've sold some stuff and you have 500 in your personal, and you have an independent consultant who sells products, you will get a 6% override on your independent consultant's volume.
Ooh.
So before you never got overrides, now you get overrides if you at least have 5,000 in your
500.
500 in your personal, then you're able to get a 6% on your independent consultant. District managers, as long as you have 150 in your personal, you have to at least sell $150 worth of stuff or buy $150 worth of stuff in order to get paid on your volume underneath you. But that just means you're not doing your business at all. So they're not going to reward you for your person underneath you doing their business. If you do nothing, you're not going to get paid on theirs. Does that make sense?
And what this is it is an override volume because we are teaching and training other people, and we are spending our time teaching and training other people how to be successful. So we get an 8% override of the volume going through our network. At Area Manager, and this is when your business becomes willable, and I'm going to break down the compensation plan in just a couple more slides. Area managers get up to 14% commission, 14% override from the overall volume in their network. At Regional Vice President, which is the third of the 4 promotions, we get up to 17% override on the overall volume in our network. And at National Vice President, which is the top, we get up to 18% of an override. And this is what is reflected in our paycheck. So what is QV? So everything in Arbonne has QV attached to it. You could call these, this is like a point that's attached to every product, and we get full QV volume on product. So it's basically a point system that's attached to every product in the main catalog sold, and we promote based on the QV that we accumulate. So for example, our RE9 anti-aging flagship line at retail cost is $338. If you're a preferred client, you can get 20% off of that. If you are a consultant, you will get 35% off of that. But regardless of the discount that we get on that $338, the QV that shows up in the volume online in our business is still the $338. Okay? So if someone buys a product that's $32 retail and they get 20% off, we still get 32 QV. So we get full QV credit on the discounted items, and we get paid and promote off of that. So the goal, what we do is we show people how to first step go district manager. So a district manager, on average, the volume going through your monthly network is 2,500 QV. And this is happening, you've probably showed a couple other people how to become consultants. You have your own preferred clients and clients that are ordering and reordering. And then you also have your own purchases that count towards your QV and volume. So we say if you can go district, you can go nation, because basically 2,500 QV is the basic building block of everything that we do in Arbonne. So every consultant at any level, you should be able to and you've been taught how to create 2,500 in volume each month in your business. And then you teach other people how to do the exact same thing. So that's where we talk about duplication in this business, and that we want to duplicate. So we duplicate ourselves and we show other people how to be successful and start making additional income as a district manager, and show them how to do this 2,500 block. And then they show other people, and then they show other people, and we keep duplicating and doing that. So now I'm going to break down what these numbers look like as you promote. So if you learn to go district and then you teach it. So right now you're a district manager. But it doesn't stop here, because we're in the business of helping other people. So we want to show other people how they can also be successful and have a business on the side with Arbonne. And the first of the 4 promotions is district manager. So now you can teach it, and you can show someone else how to become a district manager. So you show one person, and then you also show another person, and then you show 3, and then you show 4. Now you've got 4 people in your network who are district managers, also creating 2,500 QV volume per month. So once this happens, you teach 4 people, and now you go to the second level, which is called area manager. So at area manager, that 4 times 2,500 is.
So if you did the math, you really only need 3. Your own 2,500 plus 3 other 2,500s is 10,000. So eventually you'll want a 4th, but 3 is a really good leg to have. I got to area manager with no districts. I've only had 1 district for 2 years, and now I have 7. So you can get to these levels without this is just showing in the perfect world, this is how it's set up, but your numbers can come from anywhere. So don't get like, oh gosh, I have to get 4 more districts in order to go to area. That's not the case. Okay? It's just numbers. Numbers.
10,000 QV. When you have 10,000 QV in 1 month, you go into qualification and you can finish finish area manager. And from then on out, you're going to have an average of 10,000 or more QV as an area manager in your monthly volume. So now that you've done that, we still don't stop. So now your district managers that you just taught are going to still now show other people how to do this. And you're going to show them how now to go area, and we keep duplicating. So as that happens, you teach 4 of those people, the same people that are district managers, how to do the same thing. And then they're teaching new people how to become districts. So you're an area, and you teach 4 people how to do that. That's 10,000 for each area, 10, 10, 10, 10, 40,000. 40,000 is regional vice president. So now we keep going, right? Why stop here? So now you're a regional vice president, and that is called the CAR level. And I'm going to show you guys that in the next slide. But you're a regional vice president, and now you teach 4 people how to do their 4. So now you have 4 regional vice presidents, all doing 40.
Okay, side note. So Kristen Shoemaker is an RVP under Sandra, and she has 0 area managers. She just has a lot of districts. So they're teaching why the numbers set up that way and how it looks, but you can do it 100 different ways. It's just all on volume. Yeah, I couldn't believe Sandra just told me that today. She goes, I'm like, I'm trying to go for a region this month. And I'm like, well, I have a bunch of districts, but I don't have any area managers, but I will have a few. And she goes, Kristen Shoemaker has 0 area managers. I'm like, oh, well, that's crazy. But it's just volume. Teaching a lot of people doing a lot of stuff builds up.
That's 160,000. And that's national vice president, which is the top of the 4 promotions in Arbonne. So this is people showing people how to help others and how to help people, right? That's what we are in the business of. So here's our compensation plan. Now this should make sense, because remember I said you get an 8% override as a district manager, and the average volume there is 2,500 or more. So when that happens, and you're also earning commissions, the position 1, district manager, the average monthly income there is anywhere from $240 up to $1,500 a month. And the average time to get there is 1 to 5 months. In our team, about 1 to 3 months. And, that's like the first level where you can be making a nice additional income stream. Now that you've done that, you're going to show other people how to do the exact same thing. So the second level is called area manager. Now this is important. This is where your business becomes willable. So you can actually, if anything were to, God forbid, happen to you, you can will your business down 6 generations to someone else. And that's something pretty magical that sets Arbonne's compensation plan apart. And again, I feel like our compensation plan is very simple. There's 4 clean, different promotions, and it's easy to understand and do. So the second level of area manager, on average, it takes about 5 to 11 months to get there. However, you can do it faster. And the income is anywhere from around $1,200 up to $3,000 a month. Now at regional vice president, we're going to introduce another income stream, which is a bonus. So at regional vice president, Arbonne is partnered with Mercedes-Benz. At regional vice president, Arbonne will add in an $800 car bonus towards a brand new white Mercedes you may lease or own, and they will add that into your check once you have your car. The average time to get there is about 1 to 3 years, or you can do it in less than 2. I've met people that have done it in 6. Again, this is an effort-based business, so wherever you choose to be, you can get. And the effort that you put in will reflect what you get out. So the average monthly income at regional vice president is around $5,000 up to $10,000 a month. The next level is called national vice president. So that's the top of the 4. So Arbonne will give you a $1,000 car bonus at national vice president towards the car. And the average monthly income here is $21,000 a month with unlimited potential. Because remember how we keep showing people how to do well. We keep adding people into our business. We keep sharing this and helping others. Arbonne does not cap our compensation plan. We're allowed to grow our business as big and as wide and as deep as we want. And that's why this is so amazing and so fair. And the average time to get there is 3 to 5 years. So when I was first introduced to Arbonne, I was asked, if you keep doing exactly what you're doing, where will your life be in the next 5 years? And I really thought about it. And not enough was going to change to help me get to the lifestyle choices, time freedom, and lifestyle that I wanted to have. And I thought, you know what? This very well could be the vehicle to help get me from where I am to where I want to be. So if you think that you're still going to be shopping and showering in the next 3 to 5 years, and alongside that, working or
Okay, that's it for her. I think we lost Catherine. Okay, so hopefully that gave you guys a little more.
Hi everyone, this is Kristen, and I want to congratulate everyone on achieving district manager qualification and hitting some.
How do we turn that off? There we go. Any questions? Question?
Yeah.
Anyone? I can't hear Lexi. She unmuted.
Oh, no,
I muted you on accident. No questions? So we kind of understand the concept, and it's, we just have to teach and train people to do the same. 2,500 really is not a whole lot. It is at the beginning because you're just getting started, but then after you start having reorders and helping, and you're constantly sharing, and all the seeds that you planted a month or 2 or 3 start coming to tuition. So then you're like, oh my God, I talked to that person back in November, and they're just like, oh, when's your next 30 days start? Like, people just have to be ready, but you have to keep them remembering you and just always check in. Unless they tell you absolutely no, I don't want to have anything to do with any of your stuff, then you keep texting them once in a while, just checking in, like, hey, we're having, my next group starts here, you haven't, are you ready?
Am I on mute?
They usually no.
Okay.
They usually ignore me or say not yet, but they didn't say no, so I'm going to do another text the next month. So until they tell me absolutely no, and even absolute no's, I'll give it a few months and just be like, hey, change your mind yet?
Yeah.
I told you last night that I watched several trainings and Discover Arbonne's, and